Hey everyone, Gabriel here from Better AMS team, and today we're going to do an in-depth introduction to Amazon advertising, and this is what we will cover. We will cover Amazon sponsored ads in search and in product detail pages. We will talk about Amazon sponsored products, Amazon sponsored brands, Amazon sponsored display, and at the end, I'll give you quick tips on what to do before launching your first batch of campaigns. So let's get started. I'm really happy to start talking about Amazon PPC. Now, intro to Amazon sponsored ads. Okay, what is an Amazon sponsored ad? It's nothing more than sponsored placements that a seller or vendor can place throughout the Amazon search and within product detail pages. More on this later. Now, how does it help? It helps you draw more customers to your product listings, increase awareness and sales while gathering data. You're getting more data that you can later invest on. At the same time, you create more sales. So Amazon sponsored ads is an important thing if you want to grow on Amazon. Now, let's talk about sponsored ads in search. When you do a search on Amazon, it usually looks like this. Most of the time, it would look like this. Not always it will look like this because Amazon is constantly making changes. But let's say it's a normal day, it will usually look like this. So I searched for laundry pots and you saw all of this. You usually see this, right? Usually. And what you might not know is that all of what you just saw, it's ads, right? All of these are ads, okay? The first impression, the first results that you see when doing a search on desktop and Amazon, it's all ads, okay? We're able to put our ads in front of customers when they do a search, right? We're able, no matter the keyword that you're targeting, you're able to put your ad in front of customers when you do a search, okay? Now, that's how sponsored ads in search populate throughout Amazon marketplaces. If you do a search in Amazon Mexico, if you do a search in Amazon Canada, if you do a search in Amazon United Kingdom, you will see the one thing we just saw, right? The first results when doing a search are all ads. Now, you can see here two different types of ads. We will get into that later, but it's all ads, right? And it means you can put your ad in front of a certain customer depending on the keyword you're targeting and depending on your strategy. So let's advance in this. Now, let's talk about sponsored ads in product detail pages. If you want to tell Amazon your product is just like a product in the marketplace, if you're just launching a product and you feel your product should be indexed just as another competitor in the space, you have to run product targeting ads. You have to target ASINs because every time you convert to an ASIN, Amazon will give you some rank use on the keywords they are ranking to. So it's really important that you consider Amazon sponsored ads product targeting. Okay, now they populate here. We're inside in a product right now, and you can see ads populating. Each of these ads is different, but this is sponsored ads product targeting. All right, let's just get to there first. Now, the majority of these ad types are on a PPC model, which means you pay for every click you get. And you will only pay if someone clicks on them. Amazon won't charge you if someone sees the ad and doesn't click it. They will charge you if someone clicks on the ad, all right? But there are a few ad types out there now on a CPM model. CPM model means cost per million impressions. And it means that Amazon will charge you per thousand views. Sorry. It means Amazon will charge you every time you reach a certain amount of views on your products. Okay? Now, you know how it looks from the outside. What are the benefits of running these types of campaigns? Let's get a lot more granular here. There's no minimum spend, which means you can take a few dollars and run a campaign. This makes testing and scaling much easier. You can see what keywords work best for you. You can see which icons would work best for you. Amazon sponsored ads allow you to place an ad directly where your customers are shopping. So if your customers are shopping the bestseller, you can place an ad to appear right below the bestseller bullet points, or right below the bestseller buy box, or right below the bestseller description, right? It's really interesting. Running Amazon sponsored ads is also a great way to improve your organic rank. Whether you're targeting keywords or you're targeting ASINs, you are telling Amazon which keywords you should rank for, or to what product your product is really similar to, and Amazon is going to give you credit for it. Now, let's get familiar with the different ad types available, shall we? Sponsored products. Sponsored products show right here, okay? There are a lot of sponsored products out there. I couldn't notice them unless I would do PPC, because they are really, really, you don't notice them at all. The ad type that most resembles an organic listing and typically shows up throughout the search results and on the product detail page in the sponsored products related to section. This ad type, this is really interesting. This has the most available ad inventory for now, and it typically makes up around 70% of the total ad sales. So let's say an account is doing $100,000 per month. Usually 30 to 40% of that comes from PPC. And from that, 70% of the PPC sales are coming from sponsored products. So you have to learn how sponsored products work if you want to do PPC. Now, this ad type has the ability to run in an auto campaign or manual campaign. You can do auto campaigns to gather data, and you can run a manual campaign where you can target keywords, you can target products, and you can target categories too. But the most common are keyword targeting and product targeting. Now, you can, as I said, you can target keywords and categories with these ad type. Now, let's talk about sponsored brands. Sponsored brands. Brand registry is mandatory if you want to run sponsored brands. All right. What is brand registry? Well, it means you have your trademark registered in a USTPO or anywhere else in the world where Amazon approves it, and it's registered and linked with your Amazon account so that you get these ads unlocked. All right. It's really extremely important if you want a success on Amazon to have your brand registered and to start running sponsored brands. And I'll show you how and why. So sponsored ads show up right here. First things first, they show up in the top of search, even above sponsored products. And on top of that, you're able to put your own ad copy creative right there. That one says natural deodorant that actually works. Isn't that making you click on the ad already? It's something huge, right? Now, as I said, this typically shows up at the very top of search or at the very bottom of the search results. This ad type can also show up on the product detail page in the brands related to section. Now, this sponsored ad type typically has copy, as I just showed you, and is driving to a landing page with multiple ASINs or a store page. We typically run ads to a store page, to a landing page instead of a store page. That's a confession I need to give you. Now, these ad types tend to make around 20% of the total ad sales due to limited inventory. As I said before, you only see them at the top or at the bottom. And it's vital that you win this placement to drive more sales time to time, okay? Now, you can also run sponsored brands. This is really new. You can also run sponsored brands inside product detail pages, okay? And they will look like this. And yes, you can also add custom images to your sponsored brands ads. So it's vital because there is nothing on Amazon like this besides these kind of ads, and it's really important that you know the importance of them and you start dominating. Either you're doing a defense strategy or an offense strategy. It's important that you know how these work and start implementing them as soon as possible. So this ad type that puts more reliance on creative and branded exposure, you can run self-serve video ads to a single async landing page here. You can also run the new sponsored brands video from here. These ad type can also run keyword or category or product targeting, but it does not have auto targeting at all. This ad type also has more creative control, as I said, with custom image beta, which allow you to add a lifestyle image that like the one we just saw, okay? So it's really interesting, okay? Because This guy that just hop on this Premier Protein is getting served 3 different ads. That Ensure one looks great. You can see that it's a great and a clever ad, and you can also see that there are these 2 guys with a $5 off coupon targeting using sponsored display. So sponsored display right here, sponsored brands right here. Maybe they want to change from Premier Protein to Ensure. I don't know. And it seems like running sponsored brands has a lot of benefits. Like, it really has a lot of benefits to run sponsored brands because you can play around a lot more with the creative, with the images. You can test images as well as creatives. So that gives you a lot more chances to see what your customer prefers, whether it's an aggressive strategy, whether it's something that they really like about a product, or whether it's whether it's a feature or an ingredient that your customer really likes, and that can engage your customer and make sure that that customer repurchases your product over and over and over again. So fantastic. And again, I exhort you, if you don't have your brand registered yet and you're only running sponsored products at the moment, it's totally worth it to get your brand registered to run sponsored brands ads. Okay, I recommend you do it. Now, let's talk about a sponsored display. Again, brand registry is mandatory. If you want to run sponsored display ads, you have to be brand registered. Okay, so it's not a reason to get brand registered. And sponsored display ads will show right here. This is a really interesting ad. It used to have ad copy too, and they removed it for a while, and now it's back. People can run these ads with ad copy too. And it's really interesting. These ads are kind of tricky because there are 2 positions where the ad pops up. And the 2 positions are right below when you finish reading the bullet points and right below the buy box, like right below where you add to cart or buy now the product that you are selecting. So the copy you're going to run on these products, it's vital to get that buyer, to get a potential buyer to this product distracted and get to click your product, so that that potential customer ends up buying your product instead of the competition. It's a great way to steal market share from your competitors. I totally recommend you run it. So as I said, it typically pops up right below the buy box or as an off-platform ad. This ad type has some of the most complex targeting options of all of the campaign types, because you can also run retargeting. That's also pretty new. You have the ability to target individual products. That's ASINs. Categories, okay? You can target your main category or categories similar to yours in your main category. Now you can target people that have seen your ads, that have viewed your ads, or that have purchased your products in the past. So it's really interesting. And this ad type typically makes up around 10% of total advertising sales. So again, if you want to get a 30% lift in PPC sales, get brand registered, okay? And don't maybe get into top line sales, because you are going to get a lot more sales coming through PPC, and that is definitely going to help your organic sales. Now that you're familiarized with all of the different self-serve ad units available on Amazon, and I'm saying self-serve because DSP, it's other thing. It's different. It's totally different DSP from Amazon. Self-serve units, which are sponsored products, sponsored brands, and sponsored display. Here's some more stuff you should take into account. You have automatic versus manual targeting. All right, automatic campaigns, you find these on sponsored products only. You're allowing Amazon to choose where you showcase your ad. You can make optimizations throughout bid management on the 4 different targeting options that exist. You can also negative keywords, and you can make targeting group adjustments, as I said before. These campaigns can target the search results through close match or loose match, and they can target the product detail page through substitute match and complement match. So you can consider running 2 different auto campaigns, one for the search results and one for the product detail page, okay? Manual campaigns. You're choosing where to showcase your ad. You can make optimizations through bid management, keyword optimization, negating keywords, and you can do placement adjustments too. These campaigns can target the search results through keyword targeting, and they can target the product detail page through category and individual product targeting. Basically, most of the campaigns you will launch on Amazon are manual campaigns, except for the manual campaigns you find in the sponsored products. Now, let's get in depth on manual campaigns. The two primary targeting types are keyword targeting and product targeting. Keyword targeting. You choose the exact keywords that you want your ad to show up for. For a simplified example, you put in the word dog treat and an ad shows up somewhere within the searches after a consumer types in the word dog treat on Amazon. Product targeting. You choose the exact product that you want your ad to show up under within the product detail page. Again, for a simplified example, you put in the product asym blah blah blah, and an ad shows up somewhere within the product detail page under the listing for asym blah blah blah. When your consumer views the asym blah blah blah, they also see your ad below the listing they're viewing. Interesting. And last but not least, launching campaigns. Quick tips for launching campaigns. Listen to this carefully. We recommend starting with sponsored products, okay? This ad type is the easiest to dip your toes into, and it's the one that can bring the most sales. Now, we recommend starting with low bids and budgets and working your way up as you gain clicks. Otherwise, you have to gather a certain amount of clicks before you convert. That can be 100 clicks, that can be 50 clicks, or that can be 10 clicks. You don't know your conversion rate yet, so start slow and don't stop. That's the most important thing. Don't stop optimizing your campaigns. Start your testing with a small batch of keywords in exact match type, less than 10 keywords, and let your campaign run for at least 48 hours before making any crazy adjustments due to Amazon attribution delays. And quick tips for managing the campaigns. Don't get stressed out when your keyword gets 8 clicks but no orders, okay? You're in a competitive landscape, and this can be completely normal. Again, you don't know your conversion rate yet. Okay, you gotta know your numbers. We recommend not making any changes unless you have at least 8 clicks. And if you're launching a new product, it's probably worth waiting, a bit more, double than that, triple than that. Once you're running for at least 48 hours, begin making small adjustments based off your data. Really begin to understand the correlation between your small tweaks and the performance. And build your checklist and stick to it. Increase your bid if you are getting, good impressions. Depending on your ACOS, lower your bid can decrease your impressions, clicks, and your ACOS. Increase your budget, and you can increase impressions and clicks, and understand the difference between cost per click and bid. And based off these, start making changes week over week so that you can see, a better performance time to time with your advertising. Okay. Once you start picking up on some of these correlations, you can begin expanding your targeting. You can go from exact match to phrase match and broad match. You can start increasing your budgets. You can start increasing your bids slightly. And you can start adding new keywords, mining keywords from the customer search term. There's a lot of things you can do. And you can also start testing different targeting options such as category targeting and auto targeting. But first things first, start with sponsored products. That's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I think I made this video a bit long, but I hope it was helpful enough to get you through all of the Amazon advertising basics for 2020 and part of 2021. If you have any questions, message me, comment here in the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching, and see you soon, guys. Take care.